woman to win.
About Oprah is who knows what to expect. She's done everything beyond all of our expectations. So, you know what I mean? Everything she's done is beyond our expectations. So,
if you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you do read it, you're misinformed.
Feels good. I mean, if you're 7 years old and somebody, which I was trying to say this to my friends who had children, you're 7 years old and someone is stroking your, it feels good.
Wait a minute, I'm not done now. You know, the devil goes, oh no, leave him alone. Hey, he's my favorite. Don't bother him.
Rumor has it that things took a dark and shocking turn when Denzel named Oprah in a secretive FBI conversation that nobody was supposed to know about.
There's a saying, when the devil ignores you, then you know you're doing something wrong. Wait a minute, I'm not done now. You know, the devil goes, oh no, leave him alone.
This story isn't just drama. It's the kind of scandal that could unravel alliances and expose Hollywood's hidden power plays.
There's a saying, when the devil ignores you, then you know you're doing something wrong. Wait a minute, I'm not done now.
What exactly did he say, and why has Oprah reportedly issued a brutal threat in retaliation? Let's find out. Word is, Denzel's had enough of Oprah's close ties to Hollywood's elite and the way she's been pushing narratives that don't sit right with him. And knowing Denzel, he's not about to let things slide. He's calling it out, and from the looks of it, this could be the end of whatever peace existed between them. So, in a wild twist, Oprah's name is getting dragged into some heavy stuff, thanks to Denzel Washington calling her out. Apparently, Denzel didn't hold back and brought up some serious accusations. Everything from shady business moves to human trafficking.
Rationalize, justify it, if you will, what I was doing by speaking through my work.
Then things got even crazier. Twitter started buzzing with claims that Oprah's house in Boca Raton, Florida, got raided, supposedly tied to some global trafficking ring. People were also bringing up her old connections with Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein, using that to fuel the fire. And if that wasn't wild enough, some tweets even claimed Oprah was arrested on suspicion of trafficking. Yeah, seriously. Obviously, all this is nothing but ridiculous rumors. But because the internet is the internet, Oprah decided to step in and shut it all down herself because, let's be real, it was getting out of hand. Just got a phone call that my name is trending and being trolled for some awful fake thing. It's not true, she wrote on Twitter. Haven't been raided or arrested, just sanitizing and self-distancing with the rest of the world. Stay safe, everybody. But Denzel is here to speak the truth. Interestingly, Denzel Washington has hinted that he leans more toward theater and directing these days, saying that many movies feel a bit too formulaic for his liking. But let's not forget, he went from a young actor with big dreams to a TV star almost overnight, winning people over with his magnetic performances. One of his standout roles was Dr. Philip Chandler on the hit medical drama St. Elsewhere, which ran for 6 impressive seasons and left audiences hooked. But here's the intriguing part. Despite his massive talent and success, there's this lingering sense that Hollywood hasn't fully embraced him, or maybe even finds him a bit intimidating. It's a strange thing to wonder, is it just that Denzel refuses to play by the rules, or does the industry see something in him that it's not quite ready to handle?
About you from other doctors, but no one ever mentioned that you were a bigot.
No, you don't get it.
He further recounted a painful memory from his childhood, recalling an incident in Florida when he was called the N-word. He shared how his mother had to explain the hurtful term to him, marking an early encounter with racial prejudice that left a lasting impact on his understanding of the world. In his speeches, Denzel Washington consistently issues a cautionary message to future generations, emphasizing that they will continue to confront racism because youth are still being taught to harbor racial biases. While he holds on to the dream of a world free from racism, he holds the belief that a new generation of individuals with racist beliefs is being raised, highlighting the enduring challenge of addressing and overcoming prejudice and discrimination.
You can't legislate love. The President of the United States can't legislate us into liking each other.
Morgan Freeman, in a rare interview, candidly expressed his feelings of envy regarding Denzel Washington's career. Reflecting on both of their journeys, Freeman admitted, "I'm so very envious of Denzel's career because he's doing what I wanted to do." He went on to share that he had a recent conversation with Washington, who conveyed his sense of being in the autumn of life yet remaining fiercely ambitious, actively reaching out to esteemed directors like Paul Thomas Anderson and Steve McQueen in his pursuit of compelling projects. This insight sheds light on the enduring passion and drive that continue to propel Denzel Washington's remarkable career forward.
Denzel and I were in a Joseph Pack production of Coriolanus. I was the lead.
In a captivating 2012 Times Talk interview, Washington shared a remarkable decision he made to turn down a big movie role. It all came down to advice from Hollywood icon Sidney Poitier. Poitier cautioned Washington that accepting the role could seriously affect his image in the industry. Washington explained to the interviewer that the film's content was basically perpetuating racism disguised as comedy. He recalled, "I was offered a part in a movie in 1986. They wanted me to play the N they couldn't K. The character was supposed to be with a white woman, survive an electric chair, and become a hero. Then they tried to hang him. During the audition, some Jewish people in the room found it funny. I compared it to bringing Jews into a room that they think is a shower, but it's actually gas. They agreed it wasn't funny." Washington turned to Poitier for advice. He told him about the $600,000 offer for this role. Poitier replied, "I won't tell you what to do, but the first few films you do will shape how people see you." Following Poitier's wisdom, Washington declined the role and patiently waited. Eventually, he landed the lead in Cry Freedom, the 1987 film about South African activist Stephen Biko. This pivotal role not only earned him his first Oscar nomination, but also completely redirected his career path.
It could have gone an entirely, you never know. It could have gone, my whole career could have gone an entirely different way. Well, in a different way.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ms. Davis?
In the 1990s, Denzel Washington solidified his position as one of Hollywood's most respected actors. His remarkable portrayal of Malcolm X in Spike Lee's film earned him his third Academy Award nomination. However, another 90s thriller achieved even greater success. David Fincher's C7N, released in 1995, starring Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman in key roles. Interestingly, Washington was initially considered for the role of Detective David Mills, which ultimately went to Brad Pitt. The film revolves around detectives Mills and William Somerset as they hunt down a serial killer who models his murders on the 7 deadly sins.
And Seven, the movie Seven, the part that Brad Pitt played, they asked me first, and I just thought, this is so dark. And then I saw the movie.
In 1999, Washington earned a Golden Globe for his role in The Hurricane, the gripping true story of wrongly convicted boxer Reuben Hurricane Carter and his 2-decade-long incarceration. Controversy over the film's historical accuracy may have denied him the coveted Oscar win, but it only fueled his dedication to powerful storytelling. In Remember the Titans, he played Herman Boone, the coach who unified a racially divided high school football team. This was yet another chapter in a career defined by remarkable true stories. The pivotal moment arrived when Washington portrayed a rogue LAPD cop in Training Day. He was awarded the Oscar for Best Actor, making him only the second African-American actor, after Sidney Poitier, to receive this prestigious honor.
I'll always be chasing you, Sidney. I'll always be following in your footsteps. God bless you.
But it seems like he never was happy for Oscars. Denzel Washington didn't hold back when it came to addressing the perceived lack of fairness in the Oscars. He openly acknowledged his own firsthand experiences of this unfairness within the entertainment industry. Despite these challenges, he offered a powerful piece of advice, urging individuals to just do the best you can do. When asked about the criticism surrounding the Oscars' lack of diversity, Washington shared his perspective, saying, "I've lived it. I've been the guy at the Oscars without my name being called, when my name is called, when everybody thought they were going to call my name, and they didn't." For those who believe the Academy's process is unfair, his response was resolute, stating, "Yeah, and so what? You going to give up? If you're looking for an excuse, you'll find one." As for whether race is being used as an excuse, Washington maintained, "You can find it wherever you like. Can't live like that. Just do the best you can do." In the past 2 years, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences faced heavy criticism for nominating only white actors in the acting categories. However, there was optimism for change this year, with several actors of color in notable films, including Fences, receiving well-deserved attention and potentially being recognized for their outstanding performances. Notably, Jimmy Kimmel highlighted that Morgan Freeman and Washington have made significant contributions to the Oscars. And when you see Oprah, the queen of Oscars, you get what she has been doing actors' careers. There are sources that suggest Hollywood's elites will go to great extremes to maintain control over artists. Jamie Foxx, in particular, has been vocal about this issue. He revealed the existence of strange and obscene parties hosted by the elites, shedding light on their alleged tactics to exert influence and control.
And it's a pool party that is ridiculous, man. And I look up and I see Dr. Ruth. I don't know if you know who that is.
The video quickly went viral, drawing widespread attention, but it also caused trouble between Jamie and the elites. Jamie claimed that he recorded and documented these events in the video. The revelations in the video have left people both captivated and concerned about what might have been happening behind the scenes at these events. But one person directed this revelation towards Oprah, writing, "It's time for this earth to be purged of all this corruption, a reckoning day." According to Jamie Foxx, these gatherings were anything but your typical soirees. They allegedly held a specific and rather unsettling purpose. It's been said that Hollywood elites meticulously arranged these events with a clear agenda to manipulate artists who stood their ground against their sway or rejected their demands. The elites, it is claimed, would entice these artists into attending these gatherings, using them as a way to exercise their influence and establish control over them.
Party of it is that you are clearing up rooms that have just had parties, orgies, coke residue on the tables the next day.
It is not just about the parties, but overall it seems like that people like Oprah have been doing every wrong thing there. The Oscars have come under scrutiny for their perceived lack of inclusivity toward black actors, marked by various controversies that have marred the award show's reputation. A significant moment unfolded in 2019 when Kevin Hart resigned as the Oscars host in response to the reemergence of past homophobic tweets. Additionally, the #OscarsSoWhite movement has advocated for greater diversity and acknowledgement of individuals from marginalized communities within the entertainment industry. This has contributed to a prevailing perception that Hollywood's esteemed Walk of Fame is now more akin to a Walk of Shame due to the absence of stars reflecting diversity.
Kevin Hart has stepped down from hosting this year's Oscars. He put out a statement on Twitter tonight saying, "I have made the choice to step down."
On a February afternoon in 1940s America, actress Hattie McDaniel made cinematic history by securing the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress in the 1940 film Gone with the Wind. Her win was groundbreaking, as she became the first African American to receive this esteemed film award. Despite the triumph, the celebration was tempered by the harsh reality that at the Oscars ceremony, she faced segregation from the rest of the attendees, turning the event into a whites-only affair. Rather than being a joyous celebration, the occasion was marred by the stark reminder of racial segregation, casting a shadow over McDaniel's historic achievement.
I sincerely hope I shall always be a credit to my race and to the motion picture industry. My heart is too full to tell you just how I feel.
80 years later, the film industry continues to wrestle with persistent forms of discrimination, despite some strides towards increased diversity. The 2020 Oscars ceremony was tarnished by racial controversies that have unfortunately become familiar to both audiences and industry insiders. Notable snubs, like the omission of Lupita Nyong'o for her exceptional performance in the 2019 film Us, serve as stark examples of the ongoing challenges related to representation in the industry.
And the Oscar goes to Lupita Nyong'o.
Eddie Murphy has highlighted an intriguing perspective on the industry's discrimination, attributing it to undisclosed contracts that actors sign. According to Murphy, winning an Academy Award might entail compromising one's integrity, suggesting a potential connection to becoming a sellout. This narrative expands beyond a single celebrity, with numerous voices echoing cautionary tales about aligning too closely with influential figures at the pinnacle of the entertainment hierarchy. Denzel Washington, leading this chorus of voices, initiated the conversation by critiquing industry colleagues for what he perceived as a misguided sense of self-importance, refraining from immediately revealing the identities of prominent figures involved.
It's like, people say, oh, the difficulty of making a movie. I'm like, send your son to Iraq. That's difficult. It's just a movie. It's like relax.
Similar to Eddie's and Denzel's willingness to address the industry's shortcomings, other celebrities have also spoken out about peculiar occurrences within the entertainment world. One such individual is Cat Williams, who took a more direct approach to shedding light on issues within the industry. The comedian recently made pointed comments about his industry peer Jamie Foxx, suggesting that Foxx may have compromised his integrity for the sake of an award. But that's only part of what Williams had to say about the actor. Around a decade ago, during a performance in Los Angeles, Cat Williams openly discussed a rumor regarding Jamie Foxx's S orientation. He straightforwardly stated, "Who's gay? Jamie Foxx." Williams even went as far as to mention a name, claiming, "I can even tell you the name of the dude he F. His name is Marcus Anthony. He's the only dude signed to Jamie Foxx's label." Then the comedian kept going and said a lot of negative things about Foxx. He used strong language and said, "Forget Jamie Foxx and the money he got from Django Unchained." He also said, "They gave me the script and I said, any guy who does this should die." And the next thing I knew, Jamie Foxx was getting ready for the movie.
His name is Marcus Anthony. He's the only dude signed to Jamie Foxx's label. Check it out.
After that, the comedian leveled further accusations against Foxx, suggesting that Foxx made significant sacrifices to secure an Oscar. Cat Williams appeared to believe that Foxx's path to success was marked by numerous challenging moments, which have led him to surmise that Foxx may have indeed sacrificed something significant along the way. In hindsight, it appears that the nomination may have served as a way for the industry elites to prepare Jamie Foxx for what lay ahead. It seems Foxx had reached a pivotal juncture in his career, where he was on the cusp of being inducted into the upper echelons of the industry.
And then I get a call, and on the other end of the phone says, "Hi, Jamie Foxx." So who's this? This is Oprah.
However, many people suggested that the TV host is the main force behind all such crimes. But when she addressed the issue, she categorically denied all the allegations against her and apparently threw the dirty laundry to Denzel. "I did stupid things like drinking detergent and all that kind of crazy stuff that you do when you're trying to get attention when you're really just trying to cry for help," she told Morgan. However, Denzel's fan base is so strong that they never believed Oprah. One of them wrote, "Strip them of their billions and you will look at them much differently. They will stand before the Lord with nothing. Money is the root of all evil." Another one added, "Oprah, it's just a matter of time. They're getting closer and all of your friends are hiding. You're running out of time. Tick tock, tick tock. You will be next." One more person added, "It's funny how Oprah's name keeps on coming up with the worst of the worst. It's not a coincidence." It's no surprise that Denzel's fans are standing by him. After all, he's calling out some deeply unsettling truths about what really goes on in the industry. These aren't just bitter complaints from folks with grudges. The claims supposedly come straight from Hollywood insiders, including heavyweights like Oprah. The word is that many of those at the top, those who've won the biggest awards and rubbed shoulders with the most powerful, are now revealing a much darker side of the business, a side most outsiders never get to see. Apparently, making it to the top demands sacrifices that go far beyond just hard work, often costing people a piece of their very soul. What's even more disturbing is the idea that those who try to escape and live normal lives end up paying a heavy price. More and more celebrities are stepping forward with haunting stories about the things they've experienced and witnessed. Stuff that shatters the shiny, glamorous image Hollywood loves to project. It's becoming clear that beneath all the red carpets and bright lights lies a world that's far more sinister than most people ever imagined.
So what is happening in Hollywood? Nobody knows. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy, is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy.
Rather than immediately exposing the high-profile names orchestrating behind the scenes, Washington initiates the discourse by directing his critique at his peers in the industry. He condemns what he perceives as their delusional arrogance, setting the stage for a broader conversation about the concealed dynamics at play in Hollywood and the potential pitfalls awaiting those who intertwine their destinies with influential figures higher up in the industry hierarchy.
It's like people say, "Oh, the difficulty of making a movie." I'm like, send your son to Iraq. That's difficult. It's just a movie. It's like relax.
The actor, famous for being brave and smart, openly talked about the decreasing viewership of major Hollywood awards shows. He said that the shows focus too much on pushing their political opinions onto viewers. He said that we're in a new time when people are tired of the woke Hollywood elites who act like they're better than others. Washington himself said these people go on stage, congratulate themselves, and tell everyone else how to live. Meanwhile, they live in very expensive mansions, and this was further confirmed when Taraji P. Henson joined the scene. In her memoir, Henson revealed a deep sense of disappointment and betrayal, expressing feeling gutted upon discovering that Winfrey, who served as a producer on the film, did not advocate for her to receive fair compensation. Henson had expected Winfrey to be a mentor and role model, but instead felt let down. Winfrey, who had been notably silent on the matter until now, recently addressed the issue in an interview with Variety. She revealed that she was unaware of the pay gap during the production and emphasized that she had no control over the budget or actors' salaries. Winfrey explained that she had entrusted director Lee Daniels with those decisions, relying on his judgment. "I didn't know what anybody was getting paid. I didn't ask. I didn't negotiate. I just said yes to the role because I wanted to work with Lee and I wanted to support his vision," Winfrey said. "I'm sorry that Taraji felt hurt by that, but it was not my intention to slight her or anyone else." In his speeches, Denzel Washington consistently issues a cautionary message to future generations, emphasizing that they will continue to confront racism because youth are still being taught to harbor racial biases. While he holds on to the dream of a world free from racism, he holds the belief that a new generation of individuals with racist beliefs is being raised, highlighting the enduring challenge of addressing and overcoming prejudice and discrimination.
You can't legislate love. The President of the United States can't legislate us into liking each other.
It seems that Oprah Winfrey has been accused of mistreating not only Taraji, but several other actresses, including Toni Braxton. Toni, in a candid interview on VH1's Behind the Music, shared her struggles with bankruptcy and how it affected her career. During her appearance on the Oprah Winfrey Show at that time, Toni anticipated questions about her financial situation. However, Oprah's unexpectedly harsh line of questioning caught her off guard, leaving her in disbelief and contributing to the challenges she faced during that period.
I read that you were upset about stories that your overspending caused.
In this interview, Oprah's questions were interpreted by viewers as indirect criticism of Toni's spending habits, suggesting that her extravagant expenditures played a substantial role in her bankruptcy. Toni, responding to what she perceived as Oprah's rudeness, expressed her shock, stating, "She was so freaking mean to me. I was in shock." Toni openly shared her deep respect and admiration for Oprah prior to the interview, expressing that she never expected Oprah to be as critical as she turned out to be. She said, "I couldn't believe it because I loved her so much. I admired her and looked up to her, and she pretty much reprimanded me." According to Toni's recollection, Oprah's disapproval extended further. Toni remembered Oprah making remarks like, "I've heard you have Gucci flatware, whereas I, Oprah Winfrey, do not own Gucci flatware," while gesturing with her thumb and forefinger close together. This comment left the Braxton family values star feeling significantly diminished.
You ain't got Gucci flatware because you didn't want to buy it. It's not because you couldn't afford it. What do you mean? And immediately, she made me feel this big.
And there you have it, folks. Denzel Washington isn't just walking away from Hollywood's fakery. He's taking names and burning bridges, with Oprah being the latest to feel the heat. Whether this is a personal fallout or a deeper statement about the industry's elites, one thing's for sure, Denzel's done playing the game. And when Denzel says, "goodbye forever," you know he means it. This clash between Oprah and Denzel is more than just celebrity gossip. It's a glimpse into the high-stakes, power-driven world of Hollywood's elite. With careers that have spanned decades, these icons have faced challenges, controversies, and triumphs, but nothing quite like this. As the fallout from this confrontation continues to ripple through the entertainment world, the industry waits to see what, if anything, comes next. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.